So anyway, that's how I see it. I mean, yeah, it kind of helps make me who I am, but I definitely wouldn't recommend that you seek it out, you know? Basically, I agree with the others. I don't think it's something you should put yourself through.
I see. Well, thanks, MC.
No problem. MC goes back inside.
Still thinking about whether to keep pressing about the truth, huh?
Yes.
Look, I don't want to pressure you or anything, but we're in a lot more trouble than we seem like. Or at least I am.
Like, how do you mean?
Well, for instance, did you know that I've had really bad crippling depression my whole life? And I'm kind of a terrible burden on the rest of the club a lot of the time? And that I've basically attempted suicide twice and come really close to doing so a third time? I'm really a huge mess of a person.
I'm really sorry to hear that, Sayori. That must feel awful. I think that maybe the rest of the club gets a lift from you as much as you get lift from them, though. More importantly, are you getting help for your depression?
Yeah. A psychiatrist and everything. I'm taking medication for it now.
Well, good. That's a relief. I'm just a teacher, not a doctor. But Sayori, can I tell you a secret about grown-ups? We're all broken. Every single one of us. There isn't someone my age who hasn't been through something horrible, you know. Everyone has trauma. It's just a matter of degree. You got unlucky a little bit. But as you get older, you'll realize that you're not such a broken person as you think. And that maybe people who put their trust and reliance on you are doing so for a reason.
But thank you, Miss Ada. That's very kind.
You're welcome. But you know, don't think I didn't notice that you changed the topic away from the club's problem.
Why does everyone have to notice that these days? Look, I'm just worried about you, I promise. The problem we're talking about is a big one, and it's not fun to experience. Just take that into account, okay?
I will. Well, I guess it's time to... I heard you were asking everyone up for their opinions about, awareness. Yes, that's right. I guess you're the only person I haven't asked. Everyone else was in warning me away, which is to be expected, I guess. I suppose you're here to tell me the same. No, it's worth it. Or at least it has been for me. I think that knowledge of this kind is always worth it. I won't lie, it does come at a somewhat awful price. The others are right about that. But I think that, in the end, it's worth it to know the truth. And experience things as they really are, including things you maybe haven't dreamt of before. Well, that sounds intriguing. It is indeed. Just be careful, and consider that it might be a lot to take in, and it'll probably be painful. We all are just high school students, and our worlds might not have been shattered by all of this in the way yours might. You are older, and therefore have a more set worldview, perhaps. Well, everything you say just makes me more intrigued. But I can't say I really understand. That's to be expected, I guess. But basically, I think it's worth it. And you should do it, if you can. I see. Thank you, Yuri. Sincerely. Of course. Let's go back inside and get the club wrapped up.
Dun dun dun! 4 out of 5 Dokis agree. The club packs up its things and disperses. Shortly thereafter, Natsuki gets out her cell phone.
2 questions. Where are you all going for New Year's? And where are we going for emails? MC's house and MC's house. That's where you want to go. Why don't we come over to my place for emails? I'd love to spend time with you all on New Year's, though. But we can figure that out later. Come on over whenever you like. Sounds like a plan. Can't stay too long, though. Why? Why aren't you going to do New Year's stuff with us? Taking the train to see Fuyuki tonight. Hello again, everyone. Time for more emails. Don't forget that you can send us emails to answer live. Just send them to that place. We try to get just about every email sent to us. But we get a lot, so be patient. Without further ado, let's bring up the first one. Sayori.
So why are you eyes yellow? Does that mean you're a Sith? When Anakin became a Sith in the 3rd prequel, his eyes turned yellow. So you're like a Sith, I guess. I see. It's just my natural eye color. So far as I know, I'm not a Sith.
But would you like to learn that power?
No, not really. This seems really mean.
Ugh, you're hopeless with memes. Let's see the next one.
Hello there, General Kenobi. I just wanted to check up on everyone after their summer break. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. Anywho, I have a couple of questions for you lads. It's nothing too fancy. 1 for MC. If you were to play Left 4 Dead, either 1 or 2, with any of the club members, which one would you pick? 2 for Natsuki. I might recall that you mentioned that you liked the Doom games. Out of all of the Doom games, which one is your favorite? I would personally say Doom 2. 3 for Monica. I am trying to work on a mod, but procrastination and motivation is seriously being a pain for me. I just want to know if there are any good recommendations to absolutely destroy these two. 4 for Sayori. MC suddenly dies. How would you react? 5 for Yuri. What do you think about the movie Monty Python and the Holy Grail? Well, I guess that's all from me now. Hope to see you soon. Asks the engineer. P.S. MC and Sayori, I totally ship you two.
2 in a row for you, MC.
Depends on why I'm playing. If it's to have fun, then I'd play with Sayori. We'd probably get really giggly and we'd have to go back for each other all the time.
I know you'd come back for me, MC.
Yeah, but if it were just about cold hard victory, then I have to go with Natsuki. She moves fast in Left 4 Dead and you have to keep up.
Damn right. You are a bold one, engineer. See, someone around here can do prequel memes. So I really like the original Doom. Not my favorite, but I like it. Eternal had just top-tier memes. But I think in terms of just raw gameplay, I really liked the 2016 reboot most. It's a little less frenetic than Eternal, and I like that. Your turn, Monica. Yeah, common problem. The main advice I can offer is to make yourself do at least a little bit of work every day. Just pick something that you think is manageable. Maybe it's just working for half an hour with no distractions. Or maybe it's a certain number of words, or lines, or getting to the end of a scene. Just make sure it's something small that you can definitely achieve daily. And then commit to it. No matter how much you want to skip it, or not do it that day, keep doing it. And if you feel like you want to do more, great. Good question. Next part for Sayori. I don't know. I want to say that I would be really sad for a long time and try to keep going. But I don't really know how I'd react.
Whoa there, I'm not going anywhere. You don't have to think about this too much right now if you don't want to, Bun. Let's just focus on a happy topic.
Okay.
I'm okay with it. I'm not the big Monty Python fan around here. That would be Monica. And as I understand it, Holy Grail is not her most favorite thing by them.
Yeah, it's okay. It's just so overly referenced that it ceases to be funny and it's alright.
That makes sense. At this point, it's just a movie full of quotable, no-prized moments.
Yeah, that movie is like built out of quotability, basically.
Instead of the random anti-humor it was originally meant as.
Yeah, exactly. Good questions, engineer. Thank you for shipping us. I ship us too.
Hey guys, I've been watching for a little while now and absolutely love all the shenanigans y'all get up to. Anywho, I have two of questions. First one for everyone. In the last episode, Yuri gave Sayori The Hobbit. So what is your favorite Tolkien book? I can't decide. Maybe Two Towers or Return of the King? You can't lose. They are all good, yeah. Next to Natsuki, the Shipping Queen. Who would you ship Kenzo with? Happy face. Thank you guys for putting out these videos and keep up the good work.
Ah, a Tolkien question. Excellent. I, of course, love the Silmarillion. I adore its rich and grand story. He put so much thought into everything. It's amazing.
So far all I read is The Hobbit. But it was amazing. I really liked it. So I think I'll read some more. I actually like Fellowship of the Ring the best. The way it ramps up from a small individual story to a grand epic is very impressive. And I love the way it slowly develops the characters. Until by the end, you barely notice that they're becoming these epic heroes.
My favorite is Return of the King. I just like the grandeur of it, kind of like what Yuri was saying, but with the characters I already know and love, I guess. What about you, Natsuki?
Oh, I've never read them. Just seen the movies.
You haven't read any of them? You can't, but...
Later, Yuri, later.
I think you broke her, Natsuki.
Anyway, finishing out with the second part of this question. Kenzo is a tough call. He's hot as shit, but you'd have to have the right personality for him. I'd say Tamari, but you probably have no idea who that is. Honestly, honestly, of all of us, Sari probably is the best fit, but I sure as hell don't ship them. Hope that answers your question.
Hey, don't feel bad, Natsuki. I haven't read any of the Lord of the Rings either. Hi, for everyone. I hope everyone is okay on your side. It's been a while since Monika's birthday. Hope it was a great day, by the way. Quick question. What is tips you can give to a beginner in poetry? I started this year and it's kinda hard sometimes. Sometime. Stay safe in here. You guys are really important to a lot of people and are really important for me. I wish we could find a more easy way to communicate than mail, but that already better than me or the other players just watching. For Natsuki. So, I know that a sensible subject, so keep in mind that what I say here is just something that you can consider. So, did you consider using electronic cigarette? From what I know, you can choose the nicotine quantity to none and the flavor, and it do not reject other thing that waters, vapor, and the parfum. So if you do consider to stop smoking, it can be a alternative. I apology for any syntaxy error and the like. English is not my native language. Yeah, I kind of gathered that. And if you're suggesting that she vape, well, just so you know, vaping isn't totally safe either. It has, like, its own medical problems that surface.
I'll give you a second to read this. Poetry advice. I would say that the best tip for developing your own voice is to read a lot of poetry to start. That will give you an idea of what's possible, and what kinds of things you like and dislike. Like, it's a think to yourself, even here in our little club, do you like some of our poems more than others? And if so, why is that? What is it that makes you enjoy a poem? And hopefully that will help you develop your own voice. What do you guys think? I think it's important to write about things you know or feel yourself. Like, even if the poem is about something you've never seen or experienced, the poem won't be very good unless you tie it to something you do know really well. I guess that's why all my poems ultimately come back to stuff I've been through or feel like. I wouldn't know how to make it good otherwise.
Ask yourself the question, why am I writing poetry? I write it to make a point. So all my poetry is structured so that the point is very clear. So I guess, write it so that you accomplish whatever you set out to do in the first place. I guess that's not very clear.
You probably expect me to talk about vocabulary, but really I think that for someone starting out, form is important. Read up on things like meter and rhyming schemes. And when you're first starting out, try to pay close attention to those. They'll help you understand what sounds good in a poem. My poems actually rarely use those anymore, but I'd still recommend that you start out learning them.
I don't really have a lot of useful advice compared to the girls. They're really brilliant and I'm not. But let me give you one tip that's helped me a lot. If you're trying to rhyme, a lot of the time hard rhymes sound bad. Like try and pry, for instance. It sounds like you're trying too hard to rhyme, and it sounds kind of like a little kid rhymed. Instead, you want to try using soft rhymes, like maybe try and guy, or even looser, like soft and cost. It does make your poems sound a little more sophisticated.
Good tips! Natsuki, you want to answer the second part?
I don't really want to make it easier on myself to smoke. Really, I should just quit rather than do a safer kind of smoking, you know? So I think I'll just keep on with the actual cigs as an incentive to quit.
Alright then, thanks for emailing us, Chrysalant-sama. I went to
I don't think I said that right.
Next question.
Natsuki, if you had the choice to permanently change your hair color, would you? What color would you want your hair to be? Yuri, how many numbers of pi can you name off of the top of your head? Don't flex too much on us now, lol. MC, I watched Dr. Stone a few months ago, and it was my favorite anime from this year. Thoughts on Dr. Stone? Did you watch it? This one can be for Natsuki as well if she's interested. I know she's a super weeb, haha. Monica number 1. What would you major in college if you ever go? Sayori, name 3 things that you recently started doing with MC that you've loved to do. Monica and Yuri, I heard you ladies like French toast. If you guys ever make it to the real world, and if we ever meet in person, I'd love to make you guys some. I normally don't like boasting, but I got to admit, I make some banger French toast. I actually would challenge Natsuki to a baking contest sometime, but I'd feel she'd destroy me, haha. Oh, I had an interesting thought for future activities. Thought I'd run it down to see your opinions. What do you guys think of asking the viewers a question and we answer them via email? Like what we've been doing already, but in reverse order. Only do it a few times throughout the year because of the amount of potential people answering questions. Ideas? Thoughts? Just to spice things up a little. Thanks, everyone, for taking the time to answer some more questions from me. Sincerely, Connor FF. Also, Sarah MC, keep up the great work with your relationship. You guys are so cute. Also, Natsuki, fun fact, you're a weeb. Also, Monica, love you, be happy. There was something. Also, Yuri and Yuri Yukata, my hand,
First part for Natsuki. I wouldn't want to change my hair. My pink hair is awesome as it is, thank you. If I had to do it though, I don't know, something cool. Maybe blue or green? I liked Dr. Stone pretty well. It was fun, cool premise, big time shonen anime energy, which could be very good. What did you think, MC?
Loved it. Watched it all the way through. Favorite anime of the year. Can't wait till we get more.
And there you have it. Yuri, digits apply.
3.141592653, and that's it.
I think that's actually all of it I know, too.
Not bad. I'm still not sure what I'd major in. Obviously, computer science would be very appealing, but I'm also interested in the physical sciences. And in political science, too. I guess I'd have to get there and see what appealed to me most. Well, I like this next part. So one thing is, when we eat miso soup, he eats all the tofu and I eat all the seaweed. And we pass our bowls back and forth to each other so we can do that. Oh, and then we started logging instead of with Hansel with his arm around my shoulder. I really like that. Oh, and we started solving word search puzzles together. We probably won't do that for very long, but it's really fun to do together as a couple. So yay! I do like French toast.
Me too.
Don't even try to have a baking contest against me, bro. I will crush you. There will be nothing left but crumbs. I really like your idea of having us ask the questions from time to time. I don't really know how to coordinate it much, I guess. But I have a question. What location or background to you, I guess, do you like best and why? Anyone else have questions? I guess I'm curious why they started playing this. And yeah, why did you start playing this mod? And why are you still playing it?
Because they asked me to.
Think of the questions, Connor.
Wait, what's they made about my hand?
You remember in the festival when...
Oh, that. Yeah, I thought that was weird. We do live in a computer simulation, I guess.
Yeah. Just ignore it, Connor. A wizard did it.
Wait, what?
Moving on.
I've got a couple of questions that I think are good for coming back to this amazing club. Number 1, Monica. Best girl beat, by the way, yeah. So in the last season, you mentioned that you are only in love with one person, that person being the player. Now assume that I, as a player, were to try and bring you into our reality. My main problem is, aren't there technically multiple Monicas to bring here if I have played multiple mods where versions of you love me? I have played around 20 or so mods since I started playing TDLC around 2 months ago. Only 20? Let's say in 5 of those mods. The versions of you in those mods were in love with me in my reality. If I had the ability to bring them into my reality, how should I do it? It would be weird to have 5 Monicas who all loved me simultaneously living with me in my reality, don't you think? Or is there a better way to go about this? Number 2, Natsuki. I just want to let you know, I tried those peanut butter chocolate kiss cookies from the mod you made. They were absolutely amazing. I understand why you are the absolute master of baking. Now, seeing as I can't praise your culinary skills all day, I must move on to my question. But it's good, I'm sure. When is the next episode or mod of Baking with Natsuki? I must know. Sorry for the long-ish questions. Anyway, I will return with more questions soon. Until then, refer to me as the one whom I see myself as. Call me the Ink Demon, or Bendy if you dislike saying demon. Ink Demon.
Let me see. That is a hard question, Ink Demon. Obviously, you should pick me. But honestly, I don't know. I guess you'd have to pick. If you really, for whatever reason, didn't want 5 adoring Monicas around, the best of all would be to merge all of us so we'd all have all our experiences and memories, I guess. But if you really had to choose just one, choose Act 3 or 4 Monica from the base game. She needs it the most. Anyway, on to Natsuki's part of the question. Have no fear, my good buddy Ink Demon. Baking with Natsuki will return. Obviously, we already had Baking with Natsuki 2 last week, so I hope you enjoyed it. Not sure if I'll make a sequel. But people do seem to like me teaching them baking recipes with zany antics, so hey, why not?
Well, you just said it's going to return, so you have to make a sequel.
And there you have it. Thanks for your emails, everyone. And again, if you've sent us one but it hasn't been answered yet, be patient. With
exceptions. We will get to everyone.
Oh, there are exceptions now?
Alright, time to wrap up. Anyone need a ride?
Nah, I'm catching a bus to the train station anyway. Going to visit Fiyuki.
Send her our love and regards.
I will. See you all later.
I do think the rest of us need rides. Alright, head on out front and I'll bring the car around. So what's on the agenda for you two this coming week? I'm sure Natsuki will want to hear all the details once she's in a less stressed frame of mind.
And obviously you're very interested in anything she is, right?
Please, I'm only trying to help a friend.
You guys ship us so much that it's only fair that I get a little revenge.
Very true.
Well, we have semester finals coming up, so we're studying hard for those. But next week we volunteer to set up for the winter dance. Putting up chairs and decorations in this gym, that kind of thing.
Very industrious. Is it something you are doing together as a couple?
Yeah.
How cute.
Everything okay?
Yes, I just really am worried about Natsuki. I don't want her to feel so much hurt. Or any hurt, really. But especially not something so terrible.
Well, you can only manage the things under your control. And be the best friend you can be to her.
That is true.
And, in the meantime, I think that's Monica pulling up now.
I'll be right there.